agents, this is Judy Fordon. I'm hoping that the message that I did the other day on virtual business was helpful. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about the things that we can control and the things that we right now cannot control. There's a lot going on, right? And I know that there's some people, there's, a couple different camps, right? One camp is they're terrified and they stop. Second camp kind of in the middle, not really sure. Third camp is that, they feel that this isn't a problem and we're moving forward. My opinion, we kind of need to be in the middle. We have to be very cautious of what is happening and be aware, but there are still some things that we can control. So let's start a list together of the things that we can control. I'm not going to talk about the things we can't control. I think we all know what they are. But let's talk about what we can control, and then if I've missed any, you can add them to the list so that you can use those in your daily processes. So one of the things that we know that we can control right now is our time. Some of us have a little more time than before. So what are you going to do with your time? Things we can control are, what are we reading? How much are we reading? Do we want to learn something? Do we want to start something now so that we're ready for it? It could be business, it could be personal. Maybe someone's been wanting to learn a language, start learning a language. Maybe one of you wanted to start playing the piano or the guitar, start learning the piano or the guitar. Get doing something that just makes you feel like you're in full motion. Okay, so you control what you can read. You can control those things. Think about in your business. What are some of the things in your business that you've always said, boy, if I had the time, I would do blank? Maybe it's update your CRM. Maybe it's updating your sphere of influence list. Maybe it's updating your process book. Whatever it might be, think back. Boy, you sat there one day probably 6 months ago and said, oh, if I only had time, I would do blank, because it's more of an admin thing. Do it now. Get it ready, because business is going to come back and we need to be ready for it. Other things that we can control how we exercise. And I know a lot of gyms are closed. Most gyms are closed. But there's also things that you can do. You can do online. There's a lot of now free online type of videos. I believe it's on Prime Video. If you have Prime, they have all kinds of free videos. YouTube has videos, those types of things. My husband, an ex-Navy diver, he's a firm believer. Do sit-ups, do push-ups, do some arm work as far as, dumbbells and things like that. And that's really all you need. So it doesn't have to be a big gym workout, but keep your body moving. The other thing we can control really is the conversations we have. And I'd like to spend more time on that than anything that we could talk about what we could control. If you think about the conversations that you can have with people right now, okay, because when I'm coaching people, they're so reluctant. Well, what do I say? People think I'm calling and it's ridiculous because of what's happening. Well, it could be, but what I'd like to see is everybody taking this as an opportunity to be, as George has said, the beacon of light, really be the person to say, this could be your script. You call someone up and you say, hey, I know these are uncertain times, and this may or may not be the time that you can or even want to sell. Some people still are. What I'm calling about today is to help you navigate that. If you need to navigate now in real estate, you have any questions about real estate, or if you're one of those people that are going to then get back in the market once everything settles down, I want to be in touch with you to make sure that you know what's happening as we move through this. That's what your conversations can look like. So conversations today may not gather up the business that we're used to getting on a daily basis. But when you make these kinds of calls and have these kinds of conversations, when we get through this, whether it's in weeks or months, the more people you talk to, the more people you're the beacon of light, the one that you're helping navigate through these times, so that when we are all back in the place and have gotten through this and people need to buy and sell again, you're the ones that they're going to say, wow, isn't it great that agent ABC called all those times to make sure we knew what was going on. So that's all you need to do is control your mindset. Control your mindset that yes, You might get some business now, depending on what area you're in. And yes, you might just be calling now to stack business for the future of the people that are going to need your help. You can control that. Control what you can control, let go of what you can't. These conversations can be really rewarding and fruitful, whether it's now fruitful or later fruitful. And really think about it this way. You become the person that has helped so many in the midst of all of this. So there's lots of reasons why we should be in control of our conversations and the work that we are still going to do every day, because the agents that stay active and stay in control are the ones that are going to just come out on top when, again, we get through this. I'm still going to say it, guys. The things that we do, it doesn't get easier. We just get better. And in these times, like I said the other day, getting better might mean doing things a little bit differently and staying strong. I hope this helps you in your mindset. Go control what you can, and I'll talk to you soon.